all shut up. We're like, oh god.
It's because it's been ingrained to me from primary school. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
man.
Welcome to session number 32 of Curse of Strahd. This might be played on Foundry Virtual Tabletop in the future, but not yet. A recap of last session. You were at, as I tried to swat an insect away, you were at the Abbey and finished exploring the rooms with these strange creatures. Etri went and executed the creature that was attached to the pole, and then you all left, and on your way out, Etri felt drawn toward the cemetery next to the abbey, and saw a shining light coming through the clouds, and lit one of the gravestones, or touched one of the gravestones that seemed to crumble in front of your eyes. And as you got closer to it, there was a ring within the gravestone itself that you took. The grave. Then you left and went down into town again. You met Luca, who was expecting for you all to go with him to the Fiditovs, but you told him that would be tomorrow. And then you went on a shopping spree, buying nothing, I think.
I think so.
I feel like you're right.
You identified the ring to be a ring of regeneration, which is in Etri's possession now.
Correct.
Ronan had a very bad night and woke up with 4 less hit points, and wasn't feeling very good at all. But as the group convened and took Luca with them to the manor, he insisted on carrying a golden statue, and now has a level of exhaustion. You came up after a few hours of travel to a large estate. You saw farmhouses, a hedge formation. You saw the large 2-story manor house, and as you went to the manor, you were invited by Taltos, who demanded that you would not carry your weapons inside and change into something more befitting, as there were guests inside for the night's party. I guess on top of the weapons, it would not make sense for them to allow you to just walk around with backpacks at a fine party, and nor carrying a golden statue. Though, as
Conversation piece.
yeah, well,
Yeah, it's an icebreaker. Come on.
well, they ask for you to, and Taltos, amongst other servants, come and pick up your weapons, and other things would ask of you to also hand over your other possessions, ensuring that they would be kept secure upstairs. Would people hand over their
Would that include
things?
my spellbook?
I mean, like they frown at your backpacks and you holding a book, or I guess you could even hide.
A book is just like my book is just like strapped next to me since I don't have a backpack.
Yeah, I mean that's not. It could be an interesting piece of thing. They say, well, I accept you to have your book with you. That is good if you get bored and wish to read it.
Okay, thank you. But I'm not giving you my statue.
Family heirloom.
They let you keep your statue.
You know, Ronan, you might be able to find somebody who'll actually buy the statue here. This is actually kind of the perfect place for it.
That's actually a good idea. We'll look
And
around.
I mean buy from us and split it 50-50. Right, Ronan?
No, you're not right. Should I be in total darkness?
You should.
Yeah,
not.
I'm also.
Yeah,
in
you should
total
be.
darkness.
You should be in total darkness, pal.
Are you all here?
Sit there, think about what you did.
Ella's gonna be
I'm
the
good.
Top corner.
Yeah, if
Is this the corner? Did I go to the corner? I don't
No,
know.
not you.
Oh, okay, I'll go back. I think.
Listen, not Els. Azim. My bad.
Who the fuck is Ellis?
I
Sounds like a
don't know. It's just like a thing that popped in my mind, and I was just thinking about it when you know how it goes. Anyways, I'll make you a deal. How about if the statue is worth more than 400 gold? I'll give you the rest. I just need 400 gold.
Why do you need 400 gold?
It's a number that I randomly thought of when thinking of a spell.
I'm gonna insight check that. I'm sorry, but that was no. That was that was a big fat no for me.
I am telling the truth. It is for spell components. It's just for a spell that I
But
do
you
not
didn't
have.
think of it
And I
randomly,
don't
did
know.
you? There's this,
Well, no, but I don't know how Ronan would know that exactly for a spell that he doesn't have or hasn't really experienced. I mean, if you want to insight, whether it's a 1 or a 20, I'll tell you I'm telling the truth.
yeah, you don't need to insight, because yeah. Are you still in darkness? Even if...
I am still in darkness.
Oh, interesting.
I'm fine. I don't know what's going on with you guys.
I can see.
Irene's fine too.
Well,
The people with dark vision are fine. The people without dark vision are
I
having
don't
problems.
have dark vision. You are wrong.
That is
supremacy.
right. You were right.
There is daylight mode turned on.
I saw.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
No.
All right.
Wow,
Yeah,
you can see that far?
I can see
Yeah,
that far.
Well, it's a brightly lit interior.
Oh,
But yeah, as you are relieved of your unnecessary items and find yourselves in new clothes, you could have your quill. It's not like they just remove everything off you. It's just like cumbersome things that don't seem like they fit at a party. Like someone walking in with a backpack is like too out of place.
Fair. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I still had my...
Yeah, and they left the statue because it is a beautiful piece of golden statue. So I guess they deemed it fine. But as you are relieved of your things and are invited in, you can see a grand salon open up in front of you. You can see servants and guests in the room, servants running around serving as they do, and guests talking with each other with glasses of wine and some small things to eat. and you can see there is a balcony on the second floor of this sort of open that makes this salon seem very large. Though by the stairs that lead to the second floor is a rope that blocks the way, and two guards in studded leather armors wearing halberds standing guard there, showing very clearly that that's off limits. And you can see some sofas lining the walls, and a table with refreshments available there. So what do you all do?
Is there just somewhere to sit? And just... Is there a couch
Gonna have
here?
a nap.
Wait.
Well, no, this is just the entrance hall. So this is the door that opens up into what I just described.
Okay. I need to sit somewhere and rest. I'm tired.
And you can see there's arching sort of leadways into what appears to be a ballroom with an orchestra playing music. And currently there's only one man enjoying their music in the ballroom. And as you take a seat, you sit next to a hold on, how was it? Next to a man looks like that. And he looks at you curiously and says, why, you are new? What kind of a statue are you carrying? That is quite a strange thing to carry.
Well, it's a golden statue. I don't know what you mean by like what kind, but it's made out of gold.
Well,
and I got it from massacring lots of weird animal monsters.
I'm sorry, and who are you, if I may ask?
You don't know me? Okay, I'm the Great Ronin. You know, like the most powerful wizard of the lands. I could beat Strahd in like 2 seconds. You've never heard of me, huh?
I have
That's okay. That's
not
okay.
heard of you, no.
Hey,
But-
who are you?
Oh, me? I am Radu. And I am only here as a guest of the fine lady Fidatov. Are you one of her guests as well? Seeing as you've come, I don't know you from any other parties.
Did he say Fidatov? What?
Fidatov. Lady
I
Fidatov.
think we are.
Well,
I think so.
seeing as you're here, I would assume as much, but I've never seen you before, so are you new to the lands of Barovia? Or are you of the lower class?
I get up and walk away.
Ooh.
I go to this chair. Fuck him.
I go sit next to a woman. Maybe she's nicer. That guy over there is a jerk.
I've extended an arm to Irina because I noticed we were kind of just. I was waiting for her to walk in, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll probably just invite her in or something." And then so Azim has kind of gone, "Shall we?"
Irina says, "Why, of course."
So that she doesn't have to walk in to this room alone because
Sure.
I kind of figured her holding back a little bit as her being a bit nervous in front of high society.
Yeah, and I guess something of note that you can see here is that even though this looks like wooden floors, almost all of this is of very fine marble, and this house appears to be of very wealthy. And the doors, I forgot to also mention, aren't any regular old doors, but every door you've seen, you can see these two doors that you came through, and then you can see there's a door over there, a door over there, and a door in the corner there, are made of steel with not a handle, but some intricate kind of locking mechanism in the middle of the doors. Or I guess there would be a handle as well, but in the middle there's like a circular kind of strange mechanism that you've never seen before on each door.
Okay, so there's some sort of locking mechanism on each door.
Yeah.
That's definitely not ominous at all.
Nah.
Does the mechanism look to be mechanical?
Make a let's see here, investigation check, I guess.
It's time to roll me an investigation. There we go.
That's
Damn! That's how you start. Yes.
Looking at it, you'd imagine a key would suffice to unlock them. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like a key-driven door, not like a mechanical one that somebody pulls down the lever and the door's locked, shutting everybody into the room.
No, it appears to be just a very high quality lock.
Yeah. So yeah. So I was just gonna say, because if there's anything that's gonna be messed up about a nobles party, it would be like some crazy Hunger Games sort of shit. I was expecting one of them to go, and now for the evening's events, you.
It's that kind of party, huh?
I was like, oh no. I had to make doubly sure. Okay, cool.
Sure.
I guess Azim will continue to be like arm in arm with Irina, and
Sure.
do the natural social party shit.
Okay.
The making the small talk and commenting on the recent fashion, that sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah. So do you approach this man here, for instance? He's kind of interestingly, he's been at the table, sort of picking up some sort of food and has a glass in his hand, and looks at this whole group entering interestingly, or with an interested sort of demeanor.
Sure, why not? As he's kind of like looking, he's kind of doing like the next best thing to gulping at us, I guess.
Yeah.
And I go, penny for your thoughts.
He says, "Oh, well, no, I was just in thought about how beautiful this house is, but you are interesting. What are you?"
That's a very forward question.
"I've never seen a man who is blue."
You know,
Or purple.
that is usually, it's indigo, but I'll allow it. It kind of just like very subtly just like slaps this guy's comment down. And goes, I have never been informed exactly what I am. But as far as I'm aware from various theory books, I am what is known as a Vidalcan, which is an extraplanar race of entities.
So
At least to our habits of magical nature.
did the lady invite people from outside of Barovia? I did not even know that was possible.
You could say we're surprise guests, but the lady has received us nonetheless, so...
Are you tonight's entertainment?
No.
I walk very close to him, and I very condescendingly pat his cheek, because that was a dickish question to ask. And I say, "You wish I was tonight's entertainment." And give him the sweetest yet coldest smile this man has ever seen in his life.
He kind of turns away and marches his way away from you.
I give him a little cheeky finger wiggle as I look at Irina and say, "That is how you deal with, well, those sorts of people. You know, the rich riffraff."
Says, yes. Strange, he looks a bit familiar, but I can't place it. Anyway, I guess, what is Irene? Let's say, Etries, you're walking suspiciously. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Suspiciously, there is a piano in this room and less people. So
there's also a person playing the piano, yes. Even though the
yeah,
ambience
I do
isn't-
see them.
Yeah, even though the ambience doesn't
Well,
sell so.
listen, the hammers, they traded out the hammers for
Yeah.
a little itty bitty.
He's
you know.
he's playing the violin, but in piano form.
Yeah, the hammers were replaced with a bunch of little bows.
Yes.
I don't think I'm doing much besides listening and observing the people in here.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I've kind of like come to accept that there's sometimes where I can't help it. If we get kicked out, there's not there's just nothing I can do.
Sure. Yeah. So speaking of nothing you can do, what's Irene doing?
Irene is grabbing a lot of snacks, probably more than socially acceptable amount of snacks, but she doesn't really care about that. So she's just snacking and like looking around, and she's gonna like see this person on the couch, and she's gonna ask like, "Oh, hey, I'm new here, so what's the best food and snacks and drinks?"
So I guess this woman, let's say, gets engaged in conversation by both Ronan and Irene at the same time.
Oh.
And
I'm not trying unless she talks
Actually,
to me.
you know
I'm
what?
not talking.
I can talk.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
could also just talk to the servant because that would also make sense.
yeah, I mean,
What's
yeah.
good? What do you
It's-
recommend?
It's you can do anything you like. She says, well, there is a lot for you to take, and it seems you've already done so. But anything you'd like? Do you need refreshments? Is anything to your dislike?
We get some wine, please. As I'm like stuffing more food like in my bag, kind of like in the pocket. I'm just like
You're wrapping up.
Yeah.
like
You're wrapping up in the
snacky
bag.
foods that I can just smash.
She
Like the dinner rolls.
she points to this table over here and says, "It would be over there. You can grab a glass and have some wine for yourself. It's the finest, straight from the Wizards of Wine Winery."
Oh, I've been there.
Oh, you have?
It's a great place. I saved it from bad things.
Oh,
And then I go, and then I just walk away.
Sure.
Grab a bottle. Stuff that in my bag too.
and what is Alex doing?
Alexander has walked through kind of the party, scoping people out, grabbing a glass of wine off of one of like the passing trays, sipping it, and he's found his way to kind of like the head of this table where this young lady is.
Okay. And speaking with her?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you being a stranger is apparent on her face because she's been in a somewhat boring conversation, or she looks bored with this man who picked up the conversation again after Ronan left. Kind of looks with a bit of excitement at you and goes, "Oh, you are a new person? Tell me, where do you come from?"
Hello, I am from... Well, let's just say I'm from outside of Barovia. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Where did you come from outside of Barovia? Here?
No, I made my way in, out of one of the other cities. But I'm curious, where are you from?
Well, we are from Valaki. We are here on a few days engagement with this wonderful house. Did you know, actually, that the Fidatov, they are quite renowned for their architectural work, and one of them I have heard was the architect of Ravenloft.
You don't say.
Yes.
So is this a remodeled version of the way Ravenloft is?
No. Ravenloft is quite enormous in comparison to this. But it is quite the beauty, isn't it? And she kind of gestures around as in this place.
Alexander is going to smirk a little bit and say, "It's not as beautiful as you," and then extend a hand to her and say, "May I take you to dance in the ballroom?"
You can see her kind of get a bit rosy in her cheeks and says, "Oh my, well, of course."
Awesome. I'm going to take her to dance in the ballroom.
Alex,
I'm gonna
Okay.
before you head off. I'm gonna
Ooh,
review.
this is a
All
side
right.
we haven't seen.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no. You get this, fine lady, and she make a performance check. Sorry.
24.
Okay.
I really wish I would have critted, because that would have been funny.
Yeah, well, a 24 is freaking awesome. Also, so you have you I guess you know the waltz really well, and you do it well, and she enjoys it very much. And as Ronan sits down with his statue by the second chair, this woman goes, "Didn't enjoy your company at the other place?"
No, he assumed that I was lower class. Can you believe that?
That is quite disgraceful of him.
I know. I mean, look at this statue I'm carrying, and I show it off to her. I'm so filthy rich. How could he even think that?
She goes, "I am Ruxandra, by the way."
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm the Great Ronin, the magnificent wizard of Barovia, who could defeat Strahd in a second.
Wow, that is quite amazing.
I know, you're very lucky to be meeting me right now.
I feel lucky. Do you know, would you like to play a game? We tend to play a certain game when we are here. I've been here before as well. Nobody knows where the family crypt of the Fidatovs is. It's a big secret. So we all take guesses on where it might be. I'm quite certain it's in the basement. What do you think?
I'm sorry, you said the crypt of...
The family crypt of the Fidatovs.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, huh? I don't know. Maybe there's like a secret entrance in the backyard. I don't know.
Ooh, what kind of an entrance would that be?
Oh, it'll be like there's a large rock, and then you sort of like the rock is actually hollow, and then like you push away the rock, and then under the rock there's a little trap door. You open it, you go inside, and there's the crypt.
That
As simple as
sounds
that.
that sounds so intricate. That
I
must be
know.
it.
It must be. See, you know, us genius wizards, we figure things out in an instant, you know?
You said-
Sorry.
yeah, no.
Why is it so popular trying to find where this crypt is? Why is that a game? That doesn't seem like a very fun game.
Well, it's because it's secret. It would be such a big talking point to say that you are the one who found the family crypt. Is there a Squidward in the soundtrack?
What?
Look, I hear it. Okay, I hear it. That's
Okay, well, okay.
it's just me. It's just me.
Sure. I'll have to listen through it a few times to see where the Squidward comes in. Oh, you don't hear anything?
No, it's got that thing from like last session.
Yeah, I guess you could restart Roll20. There's
It never works. I'll just chill with no music.
yeah. Well, that's
Or until the music changes, then it'll probably fix itself.
yeah. I guess I could also stop.
I could hear the Squidward now as well.
Yeah, now I'm hearing stuff.
Okay, well that's better. Okay, so let's go over to Azim and Irina. What do you wish to do, Azim?
You mentioned recognizing that rude gentleman from earlier. I don't suppose you would you recall anything about him? If he's
Yes,
important.
Well, it seems everyone here is important. I don't know. It's not. It's. I don't know where it comes from. But you know, when you've sometimes perhaps seen someone and it looks like you know them and you don't really know from where.
Yes.
It could be a noble family in Barovia, perhaps. But then again, there aren't many of them there.
That's a fair point. Well, that being said, I don't suppose you'd like to dance.
Oh,
Not an expert by any means, but
well,
I think we might be able to help each other out in that regard.
let me try and teach you, perhaps.
I'd like that.
And she takes your hand and takes you to the dance floor.
Question: Is she leading or or am I?
I mean, have you seen Final Fantasy VIII? The cutscene. Okay, there's an awkward cutscene where it's kind of like the girl is leading, and then for some reason the guy learns immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess she's kind of leading. I mean, she's showing you the steps and then hoping that you do your best. So do
I'm
your
happy to let her lead in the dance. This is
Yeah.
like Zim doesn't really have any concept of gender.
yeah.
So
no, that's fair.
he's just like you're
yeah. I mean, she's kind of she's
you know?
yeah, she's pretty much leading. So make your performance check.
Do I get advantage because she's just leading?
No, because you don't know how to dance. So.
Great. 9.
9. There you go. All right. Well, you're stumbling around a bit, but it's not the worst.
Yeah.
And
It's
you're
his first time dancing, guys.
yeah, it's not a 1 indeed. You didn't step on her feet.
Not
Yes.
more than once.
Yeah. Right. So, Irene, you've just been told where the wine is. What do you do?
I go get wine, and
shown
then
the wine.
who else is around? Maybe I'll go talk to this person. They look official. This person here.
Yeah. Yeah. Does he look official? He does. Wow.
Does look kind of official.
I did spend a decent amount of time looking for pictures that could work. Yeah, you take your wine, and he's also got a wine.
She's like swinging it from the bottle she's not using.
Oh wow!
She's like very tavern, like that's her jam. Like that's a party for her. She's not used to this like fancy shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna go over and like offer some of the wine.
Okay,
to
sure.
This fancy looking person.
Yeah. Also, yes, this guy has a top hat.
Whoa!
Not the one you're talking to, but one on the dance floor.
Other fancy guy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if he see if we've recognized him before. I don't know. There's something about him that. Yeah.
Sure. Make a history check.
Also, who the fuck goes onto a dance floor on their own, like a social event like this?
He's not dancing. He's just looking like an audience member at the band and enjoying the music. A bit like Etri.
He ain't dancing. He's jiving.
He's just jiving. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But yeah, you can make a history check. And Irene, he looks at you with a lot of interest, and it seems all of the guests find you all interesting. And he kind of smiles and accepts your wine and says, well, thank you. Very kind of you. Tell me, what is your name?
Rainy, and I'm part of this great adventuring group.
Well, I can see that you are not from Barovia, looking down at your hooves and the rest of your body.
Yeah, no. We're kind of trying to get out of here, but that's a long story. Does the lady of the house have a lot of these parties?
Oh, she does, yes. Usually it is once a week that she holds parties. Great parties they are, indeed. Have you been before?
She's not here, is she? Forgive me, I haven't met her in person. I received an invite in the mail.
I see. And how did you find your way here?
We're great adventurers with great navigational skills.
He goes, and where did you come from to this place?
Well, that, like I said, that's a long story. So, does the lady of the house usually show up to these parties? Like,
well,
she
of
just
course.
kind of do the thing where she hangs out and then shows up fashionably late?
He says, well, she is currently, I believe, in her room reading books.
Wow, I know somebody like that.
Yes.
She looks around for Alex and he's not there, but she shrugs.
Because quite the strange thing to do when a party is happening, but don't tell her I said that.
Oh, well, you know, your secret is safe with me. And she'll, like, top up his glass again before piecing out.
Okay, all right, yeah. And Ronan, you've, I guess, gotten the interest of this woman now. She says, have you been walking around the estate yet? The gardens here are lovely.
No, I can't say I have. We sort of just came straight here.
Well, if you and I were to perhaps go in the gardens later, I will show you the hedge maze outside, but we must not go in because only Lady Fidatov can go in there without getting lost.
My God, there's so much mysterious stuff. The secret crypt, the hedge maze getting lost. This place is pretty interesting.
Isn't it? And look at those doors. They are so intricate.
I mean, they're doors.
Well,
I don't think they're that interesting, but go for it.
well, if you don't think so.
They got a cool lock, but it's not
Yes.
like getting lost in a hedge maze or finding a secret crypt. That's just a lock.
Yes. Well, let's say the song sort of ends, and Irina stumbling around with Azim as.
Hey, we're not that bad. Never went that.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst, but like it's such a stark difference to Alex dancing with this other woman. You waltz around the floor, and eventually the song ends, and you see the man with the top hat give an applaud, and at that point, hold on.
Azim just gave a stately bow, despite his performance to Irina.
Yeah. You hear. Well, hold on. Let me see here.
Hey, Sammy.
Go ahead.
Can I ask her a few questions while we're dancing?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So as they're dancing, Alexander will go, "Oh, by the way, my name is Alexander Hamilton. What is yours?"
she goes.
Does he fumble the words?
No. I was like in the middle of drinking, and I was like, "Wait, before we go any further, like I really want to ask these questions."
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you could be stumbling around your words dancing with this woman. She kind of gives a smile and says, "I am Dorina Ulrich. It's a pleasure dancing with you. You are so good at dancing."
Well, thank you for taking my invitation. I am interested to know about the architect of not only this building, but Ravenloft as well. How did you come to acquire that information?
Oh, it is well known. The Fidatovs are a well-known family. They are their history is long, comprised of locksmiths and architects. They are quite well known, but you must be new to the land, so you must have not heard it yet.
I am new, but I appreciate you educating me. Do you know if any of their regaling stories have been documented in books? I'm a bit of a reader myself.
Oh, I am certain it has been in the library over there, and she kind of points to these double doors. Well,
No,
At that moment, the song comes to an end, and Alexander takes a small step back and takes her hand and gently kisses the back of it and says, "Thank you so much for the dance. I'm sure we'll run into each other again here at the party. But if you'll excuse me," and he looks down at his now empty cup, he's like, "I need to go get another drink." And
right.
he will depart. And as he walks past Amy, he kind of leads and he's like, "I found a library," and goes and gets more wine.
Oh no! At that point, Alexander's going to burst through the library doors and go, "Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
So, due to the fact that Etchy's been doing very unstrenuous activities, could I attempt to make a personal short rest like just start it even.
Yeah, I mean, you're at the start of a short rest, sure.
Great.
Yeah, it's only been maybe 10 minutes, but
No, that's fine.
but yeah, what you're doing is definitely resting. All right, yeah, and as the song comes to an end, and the second song starts up as you sort of exit the dance floor, you can see now that down the stairs from the second floor comes a beautiful woman, perhaps 30 years of age. Her thick blonde hair is held back with a net festooned with small gemstones. Everything about her, from her elegant features to her elaborate hairdo to the finery she wears and the ease with which she wears it, speaks to a life of wealth and luxury. And as she descends the stairs, you can see Taltos right behind her, and she sort of makes her way to the people that have just come to join the party, and gestures to you all. My honored guests, I am Marilena Fidatov, and I bid you welcome to my home. Will you walk with me?
Oh.
And
Yeah.
sort of,
I'm like right ready to go. Yeah.
I presumably hear this, and I'd like to. This seems a little more of a please don't fuck this up, so I will go along too.
Whatever gave you that idea.
What? Yeah, and I guess Irina and Azim would have also noticed that. I don't know if you would have taken a second dance, but you do hear.
I will only take a dance if Irina doesn't go to leave the room to check on this Marilena.
On what?
So if Irina is heading off to go check out the announcement or whatever.
Yeah, no, she would indicate that she'd want to do that.
Then I would go with her. You know.
Yeah.
That's sort of,
Yeah.
You know, go out the party with a person.
Yeah. So you see this.
You'd rather practice dancing and actually get good at it because you're a perfectionist and you hate being bad at things.
Yeah. She says, "I would be very happy to dance with you again, another time, or perhaps later tonight."
Okay. He's just not gonna have any words.
Speechless.
I guess for the first time, he's gonna like. Can I have? Is it too much to ask for Irina to roll a perception check?
Sure. Irina rolls a perception check.
Don't be good. Don't be good. Don't be good. Don't be good. Don't be good.
Oh right, wait.
Look at me. I'm the DM now.
I wrote in. I thought I wrote in noble and I wrote in bobble.
Bubble.
Bubble.
But her
Bubble.
perception check
We love the bubbles.
is a 16. So what are you trying? She might
There
notice
is
this.
the bearish hint of a darker purple at the edge of his cheekbones.
Ooh. Okay.
It's like somebody's asking me to fucking dance. What? What are these feelings?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah. Go ahead.
as Azim walks in with Irina and
Very quickly
goes-
compose myself.
he composes himself, Alexander's gonna lean over and whisper to him, "Hey, just so you know, I found out that the family here are the ones that actually designed Ravenloft. I wonder if we can find any information on that."
Might be good to get some floor plans, maybe.
That's what I'm going to go for.
And as she walks down and sort of looks at you all, she says, "Let's take a walk. I understand that you are here on business, but before we get into the business, let me show you my home to you."
Sure.
And
Let us take our time.
Let's get down to business.
and you can see Talto sort of following her as though her personal servant, and she walks toward what some now know is the library.
Azim just sees Alex start to shake with excitement.
I'm gonna just tap Irina on the arm and go, you can come with us by all means. I'm gonna keep an eye on Alexander so he doesn't explode.
So she opens up the door into what appears to be a library with walls lined with bookshelves and a plethora of books here and small sofas or chairs and tables, reading tables scattered here and there within, and she sort of gestures for you to follow in, and you can see some other guests are here currently reading books.
I'm gonna let Luca know to follow us.
Luca will be just looking at like everything and hasn't said a word since you came in, kind of just looking at everything in amazement, but following you as you gesture for him to do so. And Marilena says, this is the family library. It is where we hold us many of our books, of course, but as she kind of walks up to one of the bookshelves, is everyone following, by the way?
Yeah, I'm inside already.
Yeah.
I'm at a bookshelf.
Of course. Let me see here. Library. She kind of runs her hand along the backs of a collection of books. I'm
just gonna put a firm arm around Alexander's arm.
Okay.
And just kind of pull him back from running off down the hallway like an excited child.
Yes.
Later, we're conducting business. Have some decor.
Let's see here.
Have some decorum, dear.
But there's more books.
And you can look at them in a moment. They're not going to go anywhere.
You don't know books like I do.
Right now, I don't need to, thankfully. And he kind of looks at Etri, and my previous... I'm actually going to renew, because it's probably been a good 4 or 5 hours since my last telepathic bond.
Yeah, if you did that in the morning, you might, because how many hours did you get? 4 hours?
I got 8 originally.
Okay, well, it's not been 8 hours.
Okay, so my bond would still be with Etri, Irene, and it'd be Irene, Alexander, and Ronan, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
So I remember I included Ronan in it, and he's like, "Whoa, really?" Okay.
But as she kind of presents this library to you, she runs her hands along a collection of books, along the spines of the books, and she says, "This here is the entire history of my family, dating back generations. Every son, daughter, and every marriage, every family crest." All right here. But, I'm afraid we don't have time to read through all that. But I do have a copy of Balthasar and Elishka. There's nothing like a good love story. Tell me, what kind of books do you enjoy reading? And I guess this would be pointed at Etri, who's next to her.
Uh-huh. I suppose I do not particularly have a favorite style. I do enjoy understanding people and places' histories, as I have quite a collection of histories of my own.
Well,
But yes,
she
sorry.
says, well, yeah, that is good. Besides my family history, there are plenty of fictional books of all sorts of fascinating histories that people make up with their own minds.
You know, I'm actually a bit of a fan of architecture myself. I heard your family, at least your family line, had a hand in the building of Castle Ravenloft.
Because, oh, have my guests been telling you things? Well, that may be true, yes. But it's a long time ago, and why?
Really curious if you have any documents on the matter. Castle Ravenloft is, if nothing else, a rather impressive landmark of architectural genius, if I may say so myself. And as a scholar of, well, any of the architectural arts, I would actually quite appreciate taking a look at any documents involved in that.
Oh,
My friend here is also quite a scholar, and would probably salivate all over himself at the chance to see any chance for that sort of thing.
He's not wrong.
she kind of gives you a smile and says, I'm certain those kinds of documentations are well stored within Ravenloft's walls, or somewhere hidden from enemies of Strahd. I don't have such documentations, no.
I have a question.
They are hundreds of years old.
She said his name. Does the room react to that?
No.
I'm gonna mind talk to Alexander and say, do you realize that as the ruling class, these are likely the people that Strahd have chosen as his most loyal followers? They're likely sympathizers.
She says, but enough of me showing you my library. Let us go to the ballroom, why don't we? As she kind of starts heading off outside, and you can see Taltos kind of give both Azim and Alexander a look, like.
I look back at Taltos and I keep eye contact with him for a moment, and then I wink.
Okay.
just to throw him off completely.
Yeah, right. She, as you sort of leave the library, unless Alex doesn't.
Oh no.
Nope. No, Alex is
Oh,
staying.
no.
Nope. Nope. Not going anywhere. Nope.
Okay.
I am finding what I came here to find. Nope.
Okay.
Oh, it's the asshole from earlier.
Yeah. Taltos would actually be, keeping an eye on everyone, and as you go into a corner to look at bookshelves, you find Taltos by the sort of leadway here, whatever that is, and kind of going.
No reaction.
Sir?
I'm looking at books. I nudge the guy next to me. I think he's looking for you. And then I go back to looking.
The man next to you says, I heard it was Lady Fidotov with you. I don't think it's me.
Aren't you part of the party, though?
Not your party. And
What party are you here for? And I'm totally ignoring the butler and I'm engaging this guy in conversation.
the butler comes up to you and goes,
Like, oh, do you need
Sir.
some water? You should probably get some water.
"Sir, you must follow with us.
But she invited us into the library. Why do we have to leave?
The lady is showing you around her house. You may come to the library later.
But I want to be here now.
You cannot say, not follow the lady's instructions. Otherwise, you will have to leave the party altogether. Now come with me."
Fine. Is there this section that I'm in? Is there a book that I could just grab for the sake of grabbing?
There is a book, yeah. I mean, there are plenty of books, so yeah, sure.
As I'm turning to walk, I just snag a book and I flip it open and I start reading. But I am following him.
Okay, all right.
I have no idea what I grabbed and I don't care.
Yeah. It talks. I mean, it becomes very fast apparent that it's a fictional book about a girl lost in a wood.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just reading it.
But
A book.
This is my definition of pouting.
yeah, sure. Yeah. So Lady Fidotov leads you into the ballroom and turns to Etri and says, "Can you dance? I always say that the person who can't handle the walls can't handle a trusted, trusted to be handled anything else, if you know what I mean."
I suppose I could take this dance.
Do it.
And she grabs your hand and leads you on into the middle of the dance floor and has a dance. So you can roll a performance check as the others watch you do it.
I'm going to look at Taltos and very sarcastically go, "Shall we?" Just to fuck with him.
Aww.
Ooh.
Well, there goes my RP for the session.
Taltos says we shall do no such thing.
Of course.
And as you stumble on the floor, having perhaps never danced, but at least you're not proficient in the waltz, or maybe you've danced with other satyrs.
I've read about it.
You've read about the waltz.
I've read and seen it, never done it.
Yeah. So she kind of forcefully takes you around the floor and dances with you. But is anyone talking or anything, doing anything particular as the dance is happening?
To save, and Azim's going to regret this, to save Etri the displeasure of having to dance with somebody he clearly doesn't really want to dance with.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually going to try to tactfully switch the partners in the dance.
What, you're trying to switch the partners?
Yeah, so he kind of gestures to Irene, and leans over to her and goes, "Should we save him?"
I mean, if it's savable.
Yep, you handle him, I'll handle her. Gotta just go.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I guess as you go in to break up the couple, Fidotov seems to not mind. So I will say, Azim, roll a performance check.
Mm-hmm.
And Irene, you roll a performance check with disadvantage.
I am actually going to cast Bless on Etri, myself, and Irene, but can I try to do it subtly?
Sure. Let's see what.
That'd be like a sleight of hand.
Well, that depends on what bless is.
VSM.
VSM. Okay. I'll just say a straight up. Do you have a holy symbol, by the way?
I do.
Oh yeah, you do. So roll a stealth check, straight up.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
11, baby.
Okay. I mean, no one's really paying attention that much, so.
Okay, I was gonna say because if that was a failure, I would have liked to.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, cool. Never mind. I'll pop that in there so it's the slot.
Yeah.
So Irene, I, and Etri get a D4.
Yeah.
Next minute.
I'll say Irene roll performance with disadvantage.
Can I also guidance Etri?
You can guidance yourself.
As Irene's walking off the dance floor, Alexander looks up from his book for the first time in a while and says, "Go get him, Tiger." And you have a D8 of bardic inspiration.
Damn. Who is?
Irene.
Okay, so the one who's not dancing with the Fidotov. All right. I guess Azim roll performance check. Irene with disadvantage.
Natural 20, baby.
Damn.
He didn't need it. He's fine.
He didn't need
no. Got that.
For a total of 21.
Button, so I'm just gonna roll.
Oh yeah, 21.
Twice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 18 plus D. I mean, if you want D8, D8 and a D4, or D8 and 2 D4s.
You have the D8 for 10 minutes, so you don't have to roll it.
You don't have to, but
I'll go for it. Oh, it's a 1.
oh boy.
And another 1 and a 2. So total of 4.
Oh yeah, Bless doesn't add to checks. That's right.
Oh, it's not 20 anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. That's it's active. So I'll take the first, and unfortunately that's the 1, so that's 2. But you both rolled a 20. Well, I guess Azim also rolled a 20 because Bless didn't apply.
I was more applying it to if Etri is going to fall over and needed to roll a saving throw, and I was like, I'll just give it to us two as
sure.
well.
Yeah. That's fair.
We look like we've got like a full glow up. Or
No. You two absolutely saved the situation that was looking horrible, and now the two couples are dancing elegantly, and the man with the top hat is taken aback as he takes a step back and gives you more room to dance. Because damn,
son. As an aside, if I could with my natural 20, kind of going to take a little bit of revenge on Lady Fedotov, because Etri clearly didn't want to dance, and consent is cool. So he's actually going to lead. He's going to lead in this dance, and if he can, he's going to lead her in a very difficult to follow waltz.
Okay, so a bad waltz.
No, as in difficult to follow, as in it's very complex.
A complex waltz.
Because my brother used to do Latin and ballroom dancing. The waltz was quite difficult when it was done on like a gold level of dancing. So it's like to the level of professionalism that it is difficult to somebody who is not initiated to follow.
You spin in both directions.
Sure.
I mean it. I dance the waltz, and I know that literally it is a thing that's difficult.
Both directions at the same time. Come on.
Not at the same time. Well, that's just next level.
It's a 4-dimensional waltz.
Yeah. You become younger as you dance. All right. Yeah. No. But I mean, you are perfecting the dance, and to a degree where she's having a bit of a hard time following you, but nevertheless, the song ends, and you get applauds from the orchestra. The man with the top hat, the very old man who's a servant. Why is he wearing such a nice clothes? Whatever, he's a servant. Everyone with white backgrounds are servants, except Luca. You finish the dance, and Fidatov says, "Wow, that was quite the display of skill. Well saved, I must say," and kind of gives a look at Etri.
I'm gonna kind of bring her gaze back to me and say, well, dancing is for only really those who actually want to take part. Wouldn't you agree?
She says,
it is a sport of the willing, if nothing else.
Indeed, and that is why I asked if he wanted to dance. All right. She says, thank you very much. Will you all please join me in my personal room, and we can speak of the reason you are here?
And I look over at Luca and kind of wave him over.
All right. And she kind of gestures for everyone to follow her.
I'm gonna mind link talk to Irene. In fact, to all of those involved in the current mind link.
Okay.
Irene, Ronan, and Alexander.
Alexander.
She seems awfully persistent to keep us moving around the house and to keep us distracted. I would suggest we look out for anything that seems a little bit off.
She walks up to this door here and opens it up and gestures for everyone to follow along, as it seems again that Taltos is following behind everyone, making sure that no one's doing anything not that.
As we're walking along, I'm going to look at Taltos and go, see what you missed out on? Gotta keep going.
Yes. I guess he would quickly say, I'm glad that the lady got to enjoy that instead.
Man, this guy's got so many repressed emotions.
Is Alex staying behind?
No, I will begrudgingly follow.
Okay.
My nose still in my book.
All right, that's fair. And as everyone has entered this cozy room with a fireplace and a cupboard and a lot of places to sit, Taltos closes the door behind, and you find yourselves in this room. She takes a seat by one of the sofas and says, so tell me, what brings you to my home? Why are you here?
We received a letter from our compatriot. I believe Ronan has it.
If I do have it, then I'll just hand it to her.
I just figured you were still the one carrying it, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just hand her the letter so she can read it.
We're merely wondering about its contents.
She looks at the letter, reads it, and says, this is... it certainly looks like my writing, but it must be fake, because I do not recall writing this letter.
Inside check.
Sure.
Believe this hoe for a second.
You don't believe this hoe for a second?
Don't believe this hoe for a second.
How could you?
She's a sneaky breaky and there's something off about her and I can't tell what it is and I don't like it. Natural one. Still can't tell what it is. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it's she is a hard to read person. And let's see here. Yeah. She says, so was this it? Are you here to ask me about this letter?
Well, to be fair, we did not expect there to be a party going on.
She says, all right. Well, fair enough. So, where did you say that you were coming from when you came here?
Kresk.
Okay. Let's see here. I would say that Alex and Irene at this point would notice on her face some change at the mention of Kresk with your passive insights. That she appears to be a bit lost for words for a moment. And she goes, and why is it that you're here from Kresk? Did Dimitri send you here to torment me?
Oh, again, juicy. Okay, damn. So she seems intimidated by Dimitri.
She just said that.
Bothered.
Yeah, you get the sense that she's bothered, definitely.
Okay. I mind message the others and I say, so how do you want to play this?
She says, well,
No, madame, we are here of our own volition. We're not sent here by anyone.
make a persuasion check.
Sure. This is like the second time I've gotten to use this.
Yeah. Hey, wow, Jesus Christ. She at that you see her visibly relax and say, very well. I'm sorry, maybe you haven't heard my falling out with Dimitri. I broke our engagement not too long ago. But if that's the case, you have walked a long way here, so it would be rude of me to throw you out. Please stay the night. I will have a room arranged for you, and you can leave in the morning. Well, you can enjoy the party for the rest of the evening.
Give me a little time and perhaps I could join in on the instruments.
Oh, well, you could talk with the musicians, perhaps, if you are a musician yourself.
It takes a while to remember.
She gives you a smile. Well, if that was all, go and enjoy the party. There will be a dinner later on. You may join it as well.
Yes, I appreciate this, and I'm sure at least one of us is very appreciative of the invite and the end of the tour as well.
She says, good. And, well, you simply must try the wolf steak. It is to die for. So, join us for dinner, please. And you see Taltos opening up the door again and sort of standing by the door in a gesture for everyone to leave the room.
Just as a side note, when we mentioned Strahd earlier, you said she seemed unfazed by the mention of his name.
Mm-hmm.
She said his name too.
She said his name, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly that. Based off of that reaction, I'm aware this might be a difficult check because it's very little to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Would we get any idea that maybe she's either in league with or is sympathetic towards Strahd?
You can certainly do an insight check. It's going to be a high DC, but
Sure.
you can...
I would like to inspire him with bardic inspiration because I also want to know this, and I feel like Alexander would be fucking his brain.
Someone that wants an insight, baby.
And were you two? Oh, okay.
Ain't gonna happen. I'm not meant to insight people, clearly.
Can I try?
Yeah, that's fine. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Words have spoken.
17.
Okay. Just on the word, I mean, you know, from your sort of time here, that the burgomaster of Valaki sees speaking out the name as a crime, but he's a madman. He's nuts. And speaking his name has been avoided by a lot of people, but it's hard to say. I mean, it could mean that she definitely could be in league with Strahd or sympathetic or don't care, but what it is you don't know. But Taltos, as I said, opens the door and gestures for everyone to leave, and she kind of does the same.
I would like to finish the rest of my short rest in the library, looking at the aforementioned books, probably starting at the oldest I can find, oldest chronologically, though probably also oldest in build.
Okay, sure. And is Alex and Irene leaving the room?
Yeah.
No, I have a question for her.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, Taltos is waiting, but as you, I guess you're a bit on the way out at least. What do you ask her?
Madam, I do have a question in regards to something that was mentioned earlier.
She says, well, speak your mind.
I appreciate it. I am bound with curiosity about the creation of Ravenloft, and you said that you kind of glossed over the whole situation. While I understand that it could be considered a tender subject, I still wish to learn more about the construction and the wherewithal about it. I plead with you, do you have any documents that can give me any sort of insight? I'm just fascinated to know, and for my goal in the future, I would love an opportunity to be able to maybe document even just a little bit of it and add it to a library that's going to become famous around the world.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. 30 with a natural 20.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's the first.
I want
that's the first 30.
My God.
She says, "Okay, so if you go into the first floor and take a left. No. The pin code is 54321.
I knew it.
No, she.
Oh, my bank pin.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, and my social is.
Yeah. No, she goes. Well, actually, we're halfway through, so let's take a 10-minute break here.
So meta.
Okay, so we'll be back in 10 minutes. I'll mute the stream, so talk to you soon. And we're back. So you rolled a 30 in persuasion, and I had plenty of time to think of an answer and didn't, but I do have an answer.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right. And how exactly did you word your question again? Or
Well, God, you made me take a 10-minute break. I don't remember words.
okay. Well, you asked about
basically, I wanted to get information on the layout of the building and how it was designed, and the reasoning behind it was to collect the information, document it, and then put it in a library that's going to be the biggest library in the world.
Yeah. She says, well, that's fascinating idea. Do you intend for this library to be outside of Barovia? Or inside of Barovia?
If I have my way, I would have both.
Oh. Well, in regards to the papers, there are none here. It is centuries ago that my family line has designed the castle. So those documents are taken away by Strahd or his followers. He wouldn't have any such documentations lying around so that people could enter his castle and know its layout. But I have heard from old storybooks of a place where it may be. See,
where's that?
My ancient ancestors did work for Strahd. Of course, they designed the castle. I read about a place up on Baratok Island. The mountain. You know that mountain.
The mountain, yeah.
We
will discuss that later. Blah blah mountain. Got it.
The blah blah mountain on Mount Gakis. There is a hidden temple or structure of some sort that I read about, that my ancestors brought a miniature design of the castle there. So perhaps if you went there, you seem like the adventuring type.
Yes, I'm more of a scholar myself, but I appreciate the flattery. Yes, I will seek out the information there. Just on the off chance, since I'm here and I have a little bit of time to kill, do you have any diaries or journals from the ancestors who built the castle and designed it?
No written documentation about it is here. I have had a thorough look, and I enjoy reading myself, so I have read mostly all books in the library, but there is no mention of such a thing. If there were, those would have either been burned away, I imagine, or taken by Strahd to wherever he places them.
I see.
He would guard such knowledge with all his will.
Well, if you will allow me, you have been so kind to me, I wish to return the kindness if I can.
Oh, well, certainly.
And I will reach into... Oh no, I don't have my bag. I go to like feel for my bag and then kind of sigh and say, "Well, I would like to bestow a gift with you for your hospitality and your kindness. But unfortunately, my bag has been stowed in a room upstairs.
Yes, of course. Well, tell you what. In the morning, when you depart, you may give it as a gift if you feel like giving us a gift. That would be most appreciated.
I shall. Thank you for your time. Do you mind if I explore your library? And then I kind of like look over my shoulder at the doorway where the butler is probably standing,
Yeah,
and just
sure.
kind of look back at her and go, unencumbered.
Cool. Oh.
Okay. She gives you a look and says, "No, that's fine. Certainly." She kind of gets closer to you and says, "He's he's a stiffler for rules. So don't mind him."
I can tell, but as the lady of the house, I know that you have full control over it, and I mean,
I do indeed.
life's always a little better with rules being broken, and he will shoot her a wink and then start his way out.
I like you. And
Alexander's gonna be breaking hearts. Holy shit!
I walk past everybody with a sense of like pride in my step, and I walk straight to the library, not giving
right.
two shits.
Great. And what does everyone else do? Lady Fidotov leaves the room. What's everyone doing?
Alex, you're here.
Yeah, just coming to read books, and I like start thumbing through the books. Just like, this is nothing new. You do not know what I just did, Pisces.
Yeah, let's say what's Ronan doing?
Me? Well, first off, I'm sort of just waiting for all of us to like group together when we're going to bed so we can speak in private. So I guess I'm sort of just like in a corner resting because of that one level of exhaustion.
Okay, and still carrying your golden statue
and carrying my golden statue. I'm not leaving it anywhere.
Well, I must say that as you leave the room, you are tired and you aren't perceptive. I'll just say you do notice this woman that you spoke with and sort of got interested in you, standing by, leaning against the wall as you come out of the room. And she notices you leave and kind of gestures for you to come to her.
Oh. Okay.
And as you do that, what is Azim doing?
Azim is going to quickly mind message Alex to briefly break his book-filled reverie. And is going to say, "Forgive me for saying this, Alex, but when did you become so fucking smooth?"
Alex stops hearing Azim in his mind. He stops reading and kind of turns his head up and thinks back, being like, "You don't think I absorb the knowledge from books that I read? Get out of here. Grab yourself a romance book."
Do you read dating books? Is that a thing?
I
People
read
like
all
books about.
you can hear the sigh in Alexander's voice, and he goes, "Come to the library. Let me show you one."
I just like the idea that it seems like people write books about things other than martial techniques. What the fuck?
Yeah, you just hear an audible sigh in Alexander's mind, and he says, "Come to the library. I'll show you."
He's gonna kind of wander over to the library. He's like, for people writing, I'm aware of what a book is. Obviously, it's still mind linked, and he's going to say, but having not seen anything but scrolls for most of my life, this is actually rather strange.
Don't worry, you'll enjoy it. And I will hand him the book that I grabbed that was the fictional one and be like, go to chapters, and I will give him the chapters where there's like romantic interactions. Be like, read chapter blank, blank, and blank.
I'm kind of just reading through it. And I briefly get the message from Ronan. And I'm like, I'd kind of be surprised if you didn't already die from like the pie poisoning you've got, or the fact that you're like super old.
Yeah,
Or the
that's
fact that
that's
you've been
the
slowly
strange part.
withering away from all of your stuff. I'll be honest, I'm surprised that somebody's interested in you, and that is what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
Why is this lady? Why does she want to talk to me? So if I die, kill her, okay?
Sure.
And what is Irene doing?
I'm assuming I've heard half of the conversation about books.
Books.
The
Sure.
mind link conversation.
Books.
Because I
Well,
don't hear.
Yeah,
Do I hear everybody or just Azine?
neither. Both are mental.
Doing that talking in our minds.
So
Okay.
you wouldn't have actually
Fair.
heard any of it.
So I don't. Awesome.
Probably
Well,
just see me walk
in
around
that
the
case.
library.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know
I'm probably
nothing.
just like gonna go hang out with my friends and look at books, and
hopeless
maybe
shipper.
before I go, I'll ask her if she has any books about adventurers, because I like books about great adventurers such as ourselves.
Okay. And seeing as Luca has taken a liking to Ronan, he just hangs out with Ronan, who's
Supervision.
is getting getting flirted by by a woman. All right. So as she sort of gestures for you to come to her, she says, "So, what about that walk out in the park?
You
in
know,
the gardens?"
why are you hanging around with me? I know I'm the great Ronan, but don't you want to be with someone more your age?
God, that's the most old man thing you've ever said.
No, we haven't heard back in my day yet. Like, that's what I'm
In my day.
I'm looking forward to it.
She says, no, but I'm most fascinated by who you are and where you come from, what noble house you belong to, and where do you got that statue from? There is so much to talk about.
Okay. I guess we can walk around a little. But I'm gonna bring my son with me, and I'll point to Luca. I am a married man, of course, so... But,
She
you know...
says, oh, you brought your own bodyguard, did you?
Yeah, he's a pretty big fella.
She says, fine, let's take a walk.
Lead the way.
And yeah, she'll lead you outdoors, out of the manor.
Okay.
And I guess Lucas coming
And
along.
stab you.
I'm gonna bring my brain,
Yeah.
and it's gonna float like once we go outside. It's gonna like float 100 feet above me, and just like keep a lookout.
Sure. Yeah. So the three of you, or the four of you, including the double brain, leave the house, and in the let's just say you're somewhere here now, or yeah, you go out of the off map, off grid. But in the library, was there anything particular anyone was doing? Etri was looking through the family history.
Yeah. After hearing about the confiscation or destruction of information, I'm looking for more abstract information, stuff that might be secondary or tertiary, and just wouldn't have felt dangerous or informative enough to be thought as for destroying, I guess.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Are you looking for this in the family books or just in the library?
I am.
Okay.
Well, I'm starting in the family books with the older tomes. At the very least.
Sure. Yeah. So make an investigation check.
Oh.
Well, you start reading through this book, and you find I guess the tertiary information that you may be looking for, or not. You find a name, Artemis Fidotov. In connection to Ravenloft, and
Notes.
As you sort of go into that, you do read that the architect of or behind Castle Ravenloft was named Artemis Fidotov.
Artemis Fidotov. Okay.
Artemis, yeah. Yeah, you keep on reading with an 18. I'll say you can, as you spend a good, let's say, hour. You spend your short rest here, which means that you can take your short rest.
Nice.
So you can
I'm going to learn how to play the harp.
All right. You learn that it's hard to tell exactly, but that it's somewhere between 3 and 7 centuries ago. With your time spent trying to figure that out. Anything else anyone wants to do, particularly in the library?
I'm going to look at these romance novels.
Yeah.
Me, Mr. DM.
The what?
Narrate to me these romance novels. Which romance I like to give me?
I mean, the one book that Alexander was reading was about a girl lost in the woods.
This is a romance novel? Holy crap.
And as you keep on reading the romance novel about the... is there now tool proficiency? Don't you get tool proficiencies with that? But as you read, as you read the book about the girl lost in the woods, it continues to tell of a tale where the girl is found by another, a caravan of people who bring her and continue into a town with her and figure out who she is, and she can't remember it herself, and eventually she finds someone in the town that she befriends, and they become very much in the way that Alexander wooed Fidotov. Some man in the town woos this woman who doesn't know who she is, and it ends with her recovering her memory and learning that she was a noble woman from another town, and that's about what I can narrate to you about that book.
Cool. So in Alex's head, I go, wait, so did you skim through this book earlier and then use the exact same tactic that this guy used against her?
You gotta know your battlefield.
I mean, you've literally ripped the line off 1-to-1. I don't know whether to be worried or impressed.
It would be fair to do a bit of both.
Right, yes, indeed.
But like I said, that was just one that I picked up fast. Imagine, considering how many books I've read, how many other things I have up my sleeve.
So you have like an eidetic memory then?
Yeah, I want to run a library.
That's fair. And he considers himself briefly, and not knowing that he's broadcasting this to Alex, goes, "Perhaps romance is a useful infiltration tactic."
I mean, if you want, there's like a small pause, and then the transmission comes through. It's like, I mean, if you want to learn, we can talk.
I was thinking out loud, and you are going to keep very quiet about this if you want to survive until tomorrow.
Wouldn't be the first time someone's threatened to kill me.
Thankfully, I'm doing it for a good reason.
As I'm going through the books, if I spot a title of a romantic novel that I recognize, I'm gonna grab it and give it to him again.
I'm gonna read through these because he believes that Alexander is showing him these things as a means of tactic.
Yeah. So in fact, they are battle tactics after all.
Yeah, and he's like, "Holy shit! I wasn't aware of this like invisible that existed in the social circles of life."
Yeah,
this is something the monks never taught him.
Yeah,
so he was kind of enraptured by all of this.
Alex, you can roll an investigation check. Is Irene doing anything particular?
Reading my book.
Which
book? I am looking.
Just a random book?
Yeah, just a random book. Hopefully looking for stories about adventures.
Okay.
Something exciting.
Yeah. I guess make an investigation check as well, as you're looking for a book about adventures. You definitely find a book that is titled "They Fought, They Won, They Conquered." I don't know. They came, they won, they came, they fought, they conquered. That's the name, and it speaks of an adventure. And Alex, you also find another a romance novel that you might have seen in another library within the lands of Barovia. Nothing that you recognize from outside, but definitely another copy of a book that you've seen elsewhere in another library.
There's one other thing that he would be looking for, and that's anything about the land roughly where Ravenloft is built. So, like the structure of the land, is it mountainous? Is it forestry? Are there any cave systems? Like things like that. So things about the environment around Ravenloft.
Okay, all right, great. Let's go with what Ronan is doing. You're having a stroll in the gardens, and you can see it's starting to get a bit darker outside. And you can see still some peasants walking around working in the fields, but this woman says, so tell me, do you have gardens where you live?
I mean, of course. What place doesn't have gardens?
Very good answer. And tell me, are you the head of the house, or do you have children?
Yeah, you could say that I'm the head of the house, and Luca, my boy, he's my son.
Oh.
He may not look it, but trust me. We are blood relatives.
I'm just wondering what Luca would respond to this.
Would he?
I mean,
would he respond?
Yeah, I mean, Luca says, Luca, friend, have big statue. Luca friend, very strong.
Can I get Luca to carry my statue? He's the person I will give it to.
Idea.
You could have done that, yeah. And so you give him the statue.
Now, like I come to a realization in the middle of this walk, and like, Luca, carry this statue for your father.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He starts looking around for his dad.
yeah, and he's looking around for his dad. Says, Luca, dad in ground.
That's very funny. Soon, but not quite yet.
And he doesn't understand, so he just accepts it. And
I like the idea that Luca's facial expression is that like that awkward Shrek that has its mouth shrivel up kind of look.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but you two have a chat in the gardens, and eventually she says, "We should return. The dinner is soon. Let's return, shall we?"
Yeah, that's a good idea. Is she like acting suspicious at all during this entire walk? Because I'm eyeing her up and down. Like, are you gonna start killing me or something?
Make an insight check here.
Because I'm very suspicious of this lady.
It is at disadvantage.
Oh wait, at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
So
perfect.
It is most definitely a 5. And yeah, she's possibly trying to kill you, but thus far her plan has failed. I mean, she may be biding her time because you're old. And
also, yeah, how young is she?
However young. That was the wrong thing.
Like child age, maybe?
However young that person is.
Like mid-20s.
Yeah, that's about mid-20s, I'd say.
Not quite a child.
No, not a child. Definitely not, no.
Damn.
All I can imagine is this person child age?
Yeah.
In D&D, you can't ask them.
Right.
She's an adult woman, but definitely could be your grandchild, yes. Or maybe even grandchild or great grandchild. But yeah, eventually you two or three rather return. How long did the mine stay in action?
8 hours from when we first were walking, I think.
Okay, yeah, no, it's still up then. Or when did you summon it? When you left town or when you came to the manor? I believe it was when you came to the manor. Or was it when you left town because you wanted it to scout ahead or scout around? That might also be it. Yeah, I think it is because as you started walking, it told you that some children would be a good meal right now, or something like that.
Oh, my mind or my
your mind
or the messages? Oh,
the awakened mind.
Yeah, that started like when.
Is that's
like
that's at the start of the day. So,
but it doesn't have a time limit.
Oh, it doesn't? It's just there? Okay.
It's just there until I dismiss it or I die or dispel magic, something like that.
Never mind then. Alright, yeah. Eventually you return to the house and servants come and inform people in the library that dinner will be served for everyone to join in the meal. And everyone is ushered into the dining room. Is anyone not doing that?
No, I was joining the dining room.
Yeah, I'm sort of
I'll
just
join.
trying to get away from this lady.
I'm bringing a book with me.
Okay.
Are the musicians going to the dining room?
The musicians are not, no.
Okay, then I would ask to play a piece with them.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. They
Same thing as before.
Yeah, they ask you. One goes, well, do you recognize any of the songs we've played tonight that you could join in, or do you have other songs you know of?
Well, let me ask the DM, are these original pieces or are these classic pieces? Because I'm gonna assume that with me getting my ancestors to help me out with playing, that I got song information with that.
Let's say you can do a. I don't even know if it's a history check. Let's just make it. Let's make it an intelligence with proficiency, as a lyre check or a whatever instrument it is that you had now again.
Well, I mean, 26.
Yes.
Damn. Yeah. Now that you think of it, you've heard some of these in very early childhood. And you find, or I guess it might be from childhood or your new gained ability to play the instrument. But you know these songs. Maybe you don't even know the songs, but you know exactly how to play them.
Exactly. It's like savant syndrome type thing.
Yeah.
So I would go up and, like, I don't know, mount the harp,
That's
because there's no harpsichord. What?
That's a harp. No,
This-
sorry. That's a standing. No, wait. Harpsichord is a piano. That's not a harpsichord. That's a standing. What's that called? Harp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no particular harp proficiency. I would
Oh.
ask for harp proficiency anyway,
Fair enough.
because I was going for that instrument.
Yeah. That's all good.
Cool.
Yeah. So great. You start playing as everyone else leaves, but you do play high, loud enough for people to be able to hear it. But everyone is led into this room here. And
Could I get help outside?
yes, you can.
Thank you.
So you come in here. And there, I guess the head of the house would sit by that chair. But yes, everyone. This here, as everyone is sort of getting themselves into that dining room that you can see has a very long table with chairs surrounding it, and it seems like there may not be exactly enough. I mean, the chairs are smaller than you are. So Azim has also room to sit there. But you're all given a wonderful meal and dine on it. Servants are delivering food for everyone to partake in, and there's some idle conversation and people talking here. Does anyone wish to say anything particular during the dinner? And also, Etri, make a performance check with advantage because you had the crit.
Thank you. Hey!
Hey,
Well,
holy shit!
everyone is really inspired during this dinner, and to the hell with it. That constitutes, because that's 2 crits right there. That constitutes a what's it called? Motivational speech level of.
I am level 6.
Motivate.
Do we level up?
No.
Oh no.
Motivational speech.
Come on.
What does it do?
Like
I'll say-
2d10 plus.
I'll say it's the spell, which means further each affected creature gains 5 temp hit points and advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, the inspiring leader?
Motivational speech.
Do you want me to put it in the thing?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Irene has the spell, yeah. So that everyone gets affected by a motivational speech for the next hour. As you hear the most beautiful music coming from the outside of the dining room. You have idle conversation, and as I said, if no one says anything particular, this after the dinner is served and everyone has had their meals, you are returned to the festivities of the night as the party sort of continues. But did anyone wish to bring up any subjects as you're sitting around the table having a dinner?
I'll
I
start
wouldn't
like
wanna bring up any
retelling one of the stories that I read.
But Azim is going to very clearly sit between Ronan and Lady Hilton people for no reason.
Okay, sure.
Mostly because Ronan's like uncomfortable around her very clearly. So he is going to speak into Ronan's head and say, pretend I'm merely some exotic form of muse for your genius, and I sit next to him.
Yeah.
If that is of course what you wish to do.
And make an insight check as you sort of listen to. I guess these would be reversed. She would sit next to Ronan.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to sit between them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, she would.
Push
She
her
would.
off the chair and take
it. she would be going with Ronan into the dining room.
Could I go first and as soon
Make
as
a dexterity check.
cool. Just dexterity normal.
Just a dex check, yeah.
Alright. 9!
Let me do a Bobble dex check as well.
Bubble.
19. She finds the seat before you do. But then do you sit next to her?
Yeah, I sit. What would Azim do? That's a good question. Oh, baby.
Kill her outright, or?
Yeah, just kill her, dude. Easy peasy.
Azim, in any case, then he. All right. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking of briefly playing a prank, but no.
Okay.
So Azim is going to sit next to her and begin just talking to Ronan.
Okay.
In a very small talk way, very much so talking across her.
Okay. All right. Well, she's getting her word in every now and then, but mostly she's getting interrupted by you.
Pretty much.
You can have an insight check anyway.
Yeah, sure. I want to see how much this is riling her and if she seems to have any ulterior motives. 16.
Yeah.
I only ever seem to roll well when I'm working to protect my teammates.
Yeah.
I don't for a character.
Yeah. So you get a sense that there's interest from her side. It's hard to tell exactly what because you're interrupting her all the time, but she is bringing up his noble heritage a lot, and you get a sense that she may have the impression that he's very rich and that she may get into some rich stuff if she gets into that.
Oh my god, she's a gold digger.
She may be a gold digger.
I mind link to Ronan and go, Ronan, she thinks you're super fucking rich and she wants to get into your pants to get into your will.
Oh. She isn't trying to kill me? Or maybe she's trying to kill me so that once she is in my will.
Typically, although I've more experienced only ritual assassinations in my society, I've read briefly of quote-unquote diggers of gold who often get into the will of older men, and miraculously they end up being poisoned, or they die of quote-unquote natural causes. I read this weird romance novel book which turned out to be a tragedy that Alexander gave me earlier. And it had a similar situation. It was 50 Shades of Blood Red.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I did forget to tell the name, but that's what the name was.
Oh my god.
It was originally it was a complete twist. I wasn't expecting it myself. But if I've learned anything, it is that romance is a lie, and that people do this to get what they want out of other people, and purely for no other reason.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
I'm going to continue really annoying her.
Sure, yeah.
Ronan, I'm going to continue annoying her. I'm going to see how persistent she is, and I would just advise you to be careful because clearly she's a bitch.
Alright.
An absolute hoe, as some would say. I read one called "Philandering in the Cityscape," which is obviously a reference to Sex in the City.
Oh yeah. That's a nice way of saying it.
Be careful of this quote-unquote gold-digging hoe.
And what is Irene or Alex partaking in any particular
Entertaining
conversation?
everybody with a story.
Oh yeah, you were entertaining people with a story.
One of my stories I read.
Oh yeah,
And telling them as though it's something I've done.
Yeah, and they are very. I guess make a performance check.
Okay.
See how well you. Okay.
17.
Yeah. You impress them with your story, and they want you to tell more.
She'll keep going.
Yeah, you continue.
We're great adventurers. We have lots of stories.
Oh yeah, you've definitely caught the interest of the whole table, but eventually the dinner comes to an end, and you are sort of the music is constant outside, and Etri has found peace or a content place to stay as
Temporarily.
As everybody returns to enjoy the party. So let's see here. Yeah, people are leaving the table one by one. Is anyone staying in the dining room, or?
I am not leaving until this gold digging hoe leaves.
Jesus.
Watching for Ronan now.
You gotta understand, Azim is like, this person is messing around with the source of my entertainment. This is not okay.
This is my job.
Okay.
My job to mess with this person.
Like, he is allowed to suffer, but only under my supervision, you know?
Yeah. What is Ronan doing then?
I'm also trying to get away from her.
Okay. Well, all right. So I guess you're leaving the room, and she'll join you as you're leaving.
As she goes to join Ronan, I say, Apologies, sir, but perhaps we should turn in for the night. It is, after all, quite late.
You're telling me? Okay.
And I'm putting on a guise, and in his head, I'm going to say, if she tries to follow you upstairs, that's when I'm going to stop her.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to just dip out of there with invisibility, but
You needn't worry. I have literal mind knives. Like she isn't going to be able to do shit.
She says, but the upstairs are not accessible until the party is over.
You must understand that as powerful and as rich as my compatriot is, he is also, how would I say this, indisposed to longer activities of the physical nature.
Well, let us find a nice... let's go sit by the sofa.
I look at him, I look at Ronan, this is more in his ball court, and I say, what is your decision, sir?
you know, I also agree that I think I'm done for the night. So I'm gonna see if I can get into my room and just have a good night's rest.
And I'm just gonna very, like, not so subtly just kind of body block, I guess.
Yeah. She'll say, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the morning then.
Knowing that overnight my mind link could break, I'm actually going to mind link with her briefly, and before she, gets to kick me out, I'm going to say, in her head, in the most demonic voice that I can do possible, you would be wise to leave him alone.
Okay, make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay, cool. With advantage,
all
17.
Right. You get this absolutely horrified look on her face, and she kind of backs away from you back into the other room.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy as well, briefly. It says verbal, but can I allow that to be like the verbal speech?
No, because it's in the head, so if you scream in someone's head, it's still it's very loud anyway.
I simply smile and say, good evening. And using thaumaturgy, it says, you alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. I'm briefly going to blink, and using thaumaturgy, you see Azim's eyes briefly turn from like the standard blackish greenish sclera to this blood red kind of glowing orbs of coal.
Okay.
As he kind of just stands and just briefly takes on this fiendish appearance, shuts it down and goes, well, that was an enjoyable evening. Shall we go?
She goes back into the room. Is Irene and Alex still staying there?
I want to see how she reacts.
She just fucking runs back in.
She goes back in.
Okay, you look like you've seen a ghost.
That purple man that you're with, what is he?
I'm Indigo, you whore.
Wow, you're racist. He's he's part of our group. He's a friend. He's
frightening.
Cool.
He scared me.
Yeah, I'm not around for this attitude.
All right.
No.
And what does...
I'm basically just like gaslighting her.
What about Alexander?
Wow, that's so insensitive.
Oh, I've easily spent the majority of my time just talking to the Countess. Until she got up to leave, but I was away from my computer, so I wasn't aware of that.
Sure. The dinner was over, but you've had a lovely dinner and spoken with her, and totally.
Actually, I would probably wander in at some point into where all the music is going on, and watch Etchery play.
Okay. All right.
I'll follow along as well.
Okay. Yeah, and she stays in the room.
No, I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will. She'll be like, no.
Staying in the room, I'm going to close the door and just give her the shush symbol.
Okay.
Kind of intimidate her. Let's let that last a little bit before I shut the door.
Stay in there and think about what you did. Shh.
And I'm going to before I completely close the door. I'm going to say, perhaps you should focus on healthier ambitions in life. And I'm going to close the door.
Okay, yeah, the door is closed.
Bam.
Okay, yeah, everyone returns to the party, and it continues.
So,
go ahead.
Alex, what you see is Etri's eyes closed and his movements eerily accurate on the harp. But he looks happy. He looks real happy.
Wow, Dad's happy.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as you look at the happiness on Etri's face, you can see as anyone on the right side of the room sees as Lady Filatov is holding on to a glass of wine, and I guess no one's perhaps necessarily paying attention to her, but a shattering of glass all of a sudden halts the conversations around in this room. And as you look in her direction, you can see her sway slightly and motion discreetly to Taltos, who helps her go. And you can notice as it's become quiet, as Taltos sort of leads her into this room here, and closes the door behind. Let's see here. Moments later, a terrible scream rips through the manor. The musicians play on for a moment and stop, confused as to why everyone has stopped dancing. All conversations come to a halt. The doors crash open as Taltos barges back into the room. Poison! The lady has been... and suddenly a finely dressed guest coughs and stumbles. He puts his hand to his lips, and it comes away covered in blood. He falls to his knees, choking and clutching at his throat. All around you, the rest of the party guests begin to doing the same. Some fall onto the floor, while others rush for the exits. All around you, the guests gag, retch, and fall to the floor, their bodies twitching and racked with spasms. Candles and lamps flicker as a chill wind rips through the room. The screaming continues, louder and more insistent than before, one voice of terror becoming a chorus. Take note of where your characters are. We've got this.
We all die.
Darkness.
I guess we've got something like that.
Darkness.
Are you in darkness?
Yes.
Yep.
No, I
Can't see anything.
Yeah. Well.
Irene, you should be able to see because you have your cloak.
And
See myself.
let me just copy over Luca and like so.
I hope the bitch died.
She can stay. She can stay in the other room. It's fine.
See you go digging.
Oh my god.
Go digging hole. See you go.
The elegant manor house has, in front of your eyes, transformed into a scene of horror and destruction. Everything seems to have changed. Fine draperies now hang tattered and rotted. The floors are stained and cracked, and even the walls and ceiling sag a bit. Everywhere you look, you see the dead, piled in corners, splayed across the back of a chair, hanging limply in the jagged glass of a shattered window. Though the immediate danger seems to have passed, you think you can still feel the slosh of wine within your own bellies. As I want everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
No.
Yes!
I was-
I'm gonna die!
You are gonna die. You have to
I'm not
advantage.
making that save.
I kept
And
For exhaustion, it's only ability checks, not saving throws.
Okay.
um,
Which saving throw? Constitution?
Constitution
Con.
saving
Yes.
throws. Yeah.
19.
Nice.
In
Alright.
before Ronan makes terrible Constitution saves and fucking dies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as you find yourselves in this transformed manner, I'll put in some dim light, because there is some dim light coming through some of the shattered windows outside. Whoop.
Ooh, spooky.
Wow. Okay.
What do you all wish to do?
Reposition myself to where I was.
Instantly
the
cast
music
light on
changed
myself.
Too. Ooh, this is spooky.
You can cast light on yourself?
Yep. I grab my quill and I draw like a lantern in the air and I cast light on myself.
All right.
this
Alex,
party
with
sucks.
me. And I'm going to, like, gesture urgently and, like, move immediately upstairs. Because I can't see and I don't have my lantern on me.
Yeah.
You would see the Irene being, Alexander being super light, right?
Notes.
Like
Weapon room, second floor, first room on the left.
I grab Etchery just before he starts going up the stairs, and I was like, "Wait, let's get everybody else so we can get our things."
Yeah, and Irina and Luke are both in confusion. Irina says, "What's going on? What happened?"
No time. We just need to get our stuff.
With us,
It's-
let's go.
Okay.
It's
And
magic stuff. Haven't you experienced this before?
I'm gonna
Come on.
pull Irina along quickly, and I say to Luca, Luca, follow us. Make sure to watch our backs in case of any ne'er-do-wells.
Okay.
Wee.
Wee.
Oh,
Zoom.
hold on, I'll find it.
Oh
Just,
baby,
Found
just
it.
roll straight up.
look at that pile of corpses.
Pink.
Yeah,
Love the pink.
and as
Wait,
you
are there? Oh shit.
as you come up here, you can see a door there, a double door there, double door here, regular door here, door here, door here.
Cool. This one immediately.
Okay. You open up the iron door, and these doors are also same iron doors with these meticulous locks. You open it into darkness, and
fuck.
you can recognize these hunched creatures in there. Notice the light enter the room and give off an unhuman screech as we need to roll for initiative.
Oh baby.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay. This has taken
ouch.
a
Oh,
big
ouch.
turn.
Ouch.
Etri, it is Barovia after all.
Yay!
You can't be happy for too long.
Yeah,
I wasn't
fuck your
expecting that.
happiness, actually.
Happiness, you fool.
You had fun, you fool.
You assumed that joy
You know
would
what?
be here.
I
You were
said
wrong.
fun.
My happiness was not having to make that con save. There you go.
You fell for the classic blunder of
Wait, what?
being happy in Barovia.
Did you tell us what the con save was yet? Because I'm pretty sure I failed and I do not know what happened.
You did.
Yeah, you'll see.
I'll see. Yes. Oh, I can't wait for like blood to start pouring out of my stomach or something. I don't know.
I'm just gonna become a motherfucking zombie. I'm calling it now.
All right.
Please don't jinx it. He's a zombie with fireball, okay?
Ooh,
That's
they-
true.
they-
You don't want to do that.
Just
rolled
also
high.
your health will be fine.
Azim, yeah, you're right there. Oh yeah, I did forget about
If we
Irina
want,
and
probably one-shot him. Like,
let's see here. If I do this again, Irina version 2. Guess you should get version 3 soon. Let's see here.
Okay, by versions, are you meaning like leveling up or lycanthropy?
Oh shit.
That's a good question.
how about yes?
That was mostly a joke, but also.
Damn it, Dieter! God damn it!
Okay,
The light
11 and
version, like a little
6.
nipple back then, way back then.
11, 6. Okay. Alright. So, Azim, you're first to go. What do you do?
Seeing no way through his friendos.
You can move through friendos.
Oh, you can. Cool.
They're just difficult terrain.
Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da-da. Holy crap, there's a lot of people here. I have 5 more feet of movement. I look and say, this room is full of monsters. Oh, fuck.
And it's easy enough. You can see your backpacks and gear here as well.
Okay, so our stuff is in here, but it's surrounded by monsters. Anybody who
Yeah.
has any area of effect would be very useful. I'm going to use my action to attack with a psychic knife and use my bonus action to dodge and go back away from these fucking things. So 14 to hit the
That-
one nearest to me
That hits.
for a total of 8 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
And I'm going to bonus action dash and get the fuck back out because I'm not tanking this time.
Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. So they screamingly, or this monstrous scream, run toward Etri. And it's going to attempt to claw at you, Etri, for a 15.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a magical effect.
Cool. I don't know if it would.
No,
I-
it would not be a magical effect. Sorry, no.
Okay.
No.
I'm. Just in case it wasn't for the wine, I'm gonna catch up. That was for the one before.
Okay.
The first thing.
Oh, right. Mhm.
Unless that was a magical effect.
Yeah. But
I'm just trying to cover my bases because I assumed it was about the wine, but maybe it wasn't.
right. Yeah. No, you can roll the con save, and I'll keep track of it. But a 15, I believe, hits you. Does it?
It would, however, Alex is here.
Oh yeah. Cutting words. Yeah.
No, it's an 11 now.
Yeah. It misses. Okay.
I don't know why I rolled twice.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Did we technically get a short rest during the dinner?
Oh yeah. No, everyone would have had a short rest by now. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
you
I need to know that for my bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you can mark a short rest if that would help anyone.
The short rest get rid of
No exhaustion.
Nope.
No.
exhaustion.
No. Second one rushes toward Etri and crits. So you
Can't
need
help
to
that.
Cool.
roll a con save there and take 9 damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, so take 4 damage.
Okay. I actually have one there. Sorry.
No worries.
Is this con save magical
This
or
is
spell?
This is a magical Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Okay, you are not affected by it.
Great.
These. Oh, it wasn't on repeat. That was unfortunate. It became silent and awkward.
That's a lot of 18s.
It
Yeah,
was-
that was my thought too.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, I roll the same for everyone.
No, I think Elio is worse than these guys.
Hold on.
Yeah, but this is also like the first encounter here.
Yeah, that's true. except for the fact that we have now 2 or 3 people that can do healing, so we'll be fine.
I need to restart. But they all run up there, so Ronan was next in initiative. What do you want to do?
Oh. Well, I'll make my way over here.
Making my way.
Making your way.
Huh.
You can see these sort of, you know them as ghouls. You've fought them before.
My only. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Hold on, let me double check this. Okay.
They all have a leg that they're munching on.
They all have a leg that they're munching on. Yes.
I am going to.
That's how it works.
Cast. Ice knife. I'm gonna.
Which one?
Cast ice knife on this one over here.
Okay.
It's just gonna be level 1.
That sounds like a splendid idea.
I'll spit out some
14
saliva,
hits.
forms into a knife and goes straight to him.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that was 6 checks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what's the DC? It's 14. Okay. 14. So first and that one. Okay. Succeeded. So they take half, I believe, still, or no? Oh no, they take none, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a level spell.
They take none.
Yeah, I think it's an on this spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to set
That's
my
true. It
braid.
is a pretty powerful spell.
Yeah. So.
Set my braid right here.
Your braid is on top of a ghoul. I cannot see it.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
So.
Could I have vision on my brain, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
You really have to.
Good.
I'll just move it here for now.
Oh yeah, and it does have dark vision.
Thank you, Sammy.
So it
Kind
says
of benevolent to them.
this room is disheveled, just trash.
Thank you, Braid. That's good to know. Keep on giving more information like that. You're a very good brain.
What does Irene do?
Is the door by Edry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I sneak through?
Perfect.
Is there enough room for me to squeeze?
No.
Not into the room. You can see this ghoul blocking the path in.
Oh, then I'm pretty darn useless. Actually, do I have to see to do this? Can see or hear you. Well, can I try my channel divinity to turn undead? See if I can at least get the one in the doorway from where I'm at.
The one right in front of you.
Well, it's technically.
Oh,
only
it's
within
each
30 feet.
each
They can
within
see
30.
or hear me.
That can.
I'm
I mean,
doing
yeah,
a prayer.
they all can hear you. So yeah. That definitely
Okay.
works. So, wisdom save.
Yeah,
What's the DC?
I think it's 14.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
check. Yeah, 14.
All right. I'll just put a red mark on the ones that failed.
Okay.
Run away.
Great.
And then that doesn't require concentration, so I can still do a bonus action, right? And I'm gonna put up a shield of faith on Atri because that is a
Sure.
bonus action.
Aww.
Yeah.
So let's do that. You shimmer and they can't hit you as easy.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, there we go. That's my turn.
Irina is gonna, having no weapon, I guess she's just gonna say, I feel useless without my weapon. Is anyone hurt? And I guess no one is.
You're
so
doing
she's-
great, honey.
I'm sorry. That's
You're doing great, sweetie. It's okay.
she is dodging. Alexander.
Irina, take care of my statue.
At the moment, Luca is holding on to it.
Hey, 2 guards will be better.
What's Alex doing?
I like the idea that Luke is just holding it and it's my new club.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a weapon for him.
No, Luca,
Oh
please.
yeah, I mean it could be.
Please, Luca.
He'll dent it. What's up, Alex?
So seeing that Irene's got a couple under her control, sadly that takes away my idea, but it gives me another idea. So Alexander was just contemplating real fast, and then you see like that light bulb moment, and he pulls out his quill, having his casting focus, and draws a whole bunch of little fireflies in the air, and then sends them into the room.
Okay.
And in that entire room, the light expands, and I'm going to cast fairy fire in the room.
Okay.
Only one passes.
Yeah, so I'll do that blue dot for that.
The brain too.
The brain is not there.
Oh.
Okay, the brain is glimmering. There we go.
Yeah.
What color though?
What
So the
color?
Now
brain
it's a
gets
true galaxy brain.
the brain gets hit with fairy fire. I'm sorry, Ronan.
Which color is it? You get to
The
choose the
fairy fire.
color.
Green or violet?
Oh, blue, green, or violet.
Better be my favorite color.
Probably violet.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that is my action, and I'm say, all right, the ones that are sparkly from the violet magic, you can hit those a lot easier. Go for it, guys.
Okay. You see Luca walk up here and say, Luca no fighter, Luca no one fight. And he kind of goes away from the whole situation and stays here.
Good job, Luca. Just
And,
guard the statue.
And Etri, what does he do?
Right. If I took a bonus action to disengage,
Uh-huh.
how wild of acrobatics could I get to? Because I really just need to get like over the ghouls and to my stuff. And I also have mirthful leaps that I can use with this. I just
Yes.
I need to get to my dagger really bad.
Hop, hop.
Okay. So
So-
are you because mirthful leaps kind of gives the sense that you jump over them all, which you could try.
Like hop onto them. Just hop.
Or do you want to
bounce on them.
crowd surf them by running on top of them?
I could do a combination.
I would say if you try to crowd surf them, even disengaging will kind of give them attacks because you're literally running on top of them and just touching them.
Okay. Well, that would only apply to the two that weren't turned.
Sure.
So that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, definitely. So
I would definitely stay closer to the wall because, even though there's a brain there, there's kind of an empty spot. So I
Yeah.
would try to stay closer to this side.
okay,
But
sure.
I'm not exactly sure how I am, like the exact positions of everything. But basically my main goal of this entire turn is to get over them into my stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well, you can certainly try and get past them with some sort of an acrobatic endeavor. So make an acrobatics check.
Great, that is wonderful. I love. You can certainly try.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Where's that thing?
And if you succeed well enough, you'll be able to disengage without getting attacked.
I'm gonna do this, and
Okay.
theoretically also do this.
Well, 26 is pretty darn good. So you do manage to somehow, where you go one way and then you feint them in one way and then go the other way. You kind of
Broken ankles.
you kind of move to the side and then you move the other side, and then you do some sort of a wall running
Woo, wall run, parkour.
You do a successful parkour, not the office version. Parkour, but you might say parkour as you run on the wall.
No, that's guaranteed to fail. You can't say parkour.
Okay, but you do so successfully, finding yourself on the other side, and you're able to fetch your dagger.
Cool. Where is my dagger?
I
Just
will say
making sure to place myself correctly.
Yeah, they're over here around the chest.
Okay.
So you
I would have gone over here.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how much of my action economy I have left. That's kind of up to you. If I do have anything, I would attack.
No, you would have used your acrobatics. That's your it's a full round kind of a deal.
Awesome. That's
where you've done
great. That's perfect. I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right. So you're armed and ready. Azim, what are you doing?
Cool. So is this guy verified right here?
Yep.
Cool. Just gonna fucking unload into this guy then.
All right.
Bamba.
Bamba, indeed. Go ahead and roll again to see if it's a crit. Okay, that's a hit.
So that is 18 points of damage. Sneak attack is activated on advantages.
Sure, definitely. Yeah. So that one is dead.
Cool. Holy shit. Never mind. These guys go down easy.
I mean, everyone's taken some damage.
Into the space and get this guy with the bonus action on. Bamba.
Also, advantage.
Yep. Let me just Bamba.
Okay, no crit. Alright, yeah.
The crit one, the 25 would have been that amount of damage.
Yeah, no, it's the 8 damage you get for the second attack.
Cool.
Great. He's looking. That one is looking hurt, and that's your turn. Do you want to move anywhere?
If I move, won't I get attack of opportunity from this guy?
Oh yeah, and he was turned. He's no longer turned. Or do they do a wisdom save when they take damage?
The guy to the right of
No,
boy.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. No. That's cool. All right.
No,
yeah.
I'm specifically not attacking the turned one.
Sure. Yeah. That's fair.
Do attack of opportunity. These guys attack of opportunity to me.
No.
Okay. In which case, then yeah, I will move back out the way with the last bit.
Okay. Great. So this one. This one goes. Well, I guess. Really, everyone runs toward Etri, but
it's just that only this guy can attack.
Yeah, these are running past you, which means you can either attack this one or this one if you wish to.
I would try to get. No, I would not.
Okay, and it claws at you. I'll say we end the session after this fight. For
cool,
a 19
cool.
Constitution
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, so 3 damage and con save. And then we go to Ronan. Yeah, no effect. And
I'm wait. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I am just going to. Yeah, I'll just firebolt the one next to Etri. Is that fairy fire?
The blue is fairy fire.
The blue fairy fire? Cool.
The red is turned.
Yeah, blue is fairy fired. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one is one dead creature right there.
That's my turn.
Okay, Irene. So I'm looking at turn undead.
So it's for 1 minute.
Yeah, do they do the save at the end of the turns? Or until it... No, for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Yeah, until it takes any damage.
So
yeah.
I don't want to attack any of them because it's working. But there is the one. If I step here, can I see it?
You see 2 dead ones.
Oh, okay.
And
in that case, nope, I will step back. You got this, Etri.
Okay.
I do got this.
I actually, Yeah, so can I like hold an attack so that if I do see one attack Etri from where I'm at,
Sure. What do you
then
hold?
I could attack it, but only if it attacks.
Yeah.
Let's just hold. We'll hold a cantrip. We'll hold like a. Probably just a sacred flame, huh?
Okay. Sure.
Let's hold that. Okay.
Irina runs into the room and dashes to grab her weapon.
Yeah.
And that's her turn. Alexander.
I'm gonna go into the room 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
You can see
30.
them sort of in the corner.
Yep. And I would also like to gather my items as well. And I will also hold a vicious mockery if one comes up to attack Etri.
Okay. What is it?
And I'd like to try to get it off before they attack.
Cool.
Sure, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to step forward
Mm-hmm.
and dispose of this one.
Okay. Go ahead and attack.
Oh, I need to Here we go.
Re-equip, yeah. Okay, so that's 18 damage.
18. 18!
18, there we go.
Because I can't get any
yeah.
better.
Yeah, that's enough though. So you do dispose of that one.
Told you.
Yeah, Azim.
Okay, so. Oh, these boys. Gonna get in there. Ew, corpse. Gonna move on over here.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are still causing trouble.
Yeah, that one is sort of glowing and the other one isn't.
I'm gonna hit the glowing one. The glowy boy.
Glowy boy, alright.
Is that a glowy boy? Is that advantage hit?
Yeah, it's advantage, yeah.
Yeah, because favorite fire
It is a hit.
is 21.
It is indeed. Quite enough.
Does that take him out?
That takes him out, yeah.
Cool. And then just quick as a flash, bam on the other one.
Alright, yeah, with the advantage, you deal how much damage?
No advantage on this guy.
No advantage, sorry. But 22 still hits, so but 5 damage. Okay. So
No, he's not turned anymore.
he's not turned.
He is the only one left here.
Yeah.
And I am also here.
Yeah.
Oh man, so that was my action, my bonus
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna... He's gonna move up, and he's gonna be like, what you gonna do, big guy?
Alright. Throw that vicious mockery as he turns around to go for Etri.
Oh
Zim.
no. We don't hit Etri.
No, apparently we don't. Well, let's see if we do, because we're still alive. But a 15 hits, so we do.
No, it does not. I am Shield of Faith.
Oh, you are Shield of Faith. So there you go, Ronan.
Does Irene's held action go off, or does she not see him?
No, she's not in line of sight.
Bummer.
Yeah. Ronan.
How a bummer, dude.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Oh my god.
What? How have I never heard that expression?
It's,
A meme.
Callum.
it's
Oh my.
saturated my life, okay? And it's not even primary, it's secondhand, okay?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I hear you laughing over there, AJ.
Call a bummer, dude. So Ronan.
Yeah, I'll just cast Firebolt again on the
Okay.
last guy.
Yeah, that's quite enough. So, how do you want to do this? Let's say.
I don't think this one would be very dramatic. I think it's just like a simple Firebolt straight to the face, sort of scar him a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves that much drama.
Yeah.
So anyway, what a blast.
It's just a casual firebolt.
Just a casual firebolt, like every day, you know?
Yeah, and indeed, funnily, when I read about this, like the person running this particular part of the game, they said this encounter reminded the players of how well they did in comparison to the first time in Durst Manor against those schools. And you swept the floor with these, so there you go.
We grew up so fast.
Can't relate. Never been to Dust Manor.
Yeah, you haven't. Sorry. Let's go back to Durst Manor, shall we?
Yeah.
Probably wipe the floor of Durst Manor too. It's fine.
But that's the session for tonight, and let's see what is going on in the Fidetov Manor next week on Curse of Strahd.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So okay. So I'll end the stream here. So if you're watching, thank you for watching, and happy dungeon delving. Say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.